Y'all know what it is. Yeah. Welcome back to the Jahmad Show, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another great episode. And you see this city alive behind me, man. Y'all see it? I see it. It's a beautiful thing, man. Shout out to you and yours, of course, on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. And yeah, I hope you had a great weekend. It was 4th of July weekend. It's crazy down here. All type of fireworks and fire explosions and disasters and police. All this type of shit. All type of shit was going on, man. But shout out to you and yours. Of course, before we dive into it, man, you see the damn logo. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. As you know, y'all been doing a good job of that lately, man. So appreciate the people that coming from either TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or wherever you've seen the content and you came over and said, hey, I'm rocking with him. I want to listen to some of his show. Dude seemed like he got a good head on the show. And he seemed like he know what to talk about. I appreciate that. I've been doing this, though, man. Do your research. I've been doing this for over a little bit over 2 years at this point. And, you know, so I'm just now, I feel like starting to find my footing a little bit. But I've been giving game for a minute. I give game as I get it. And, you know, I also try to massage it and get a little bit better at the message that I'm trying to deliver. So y'all going on this journey with me, as I always say. And if you are new here, welcome. We really appreciate having you. I say we, it's really me. I'm a one-man band around here, baby. Everything I do is dolo. Anyways, you might already know about the Instagram if you came from there or whatever, but if you don't, you want to go give me a follow. Like I said, I always tell people, if you go follow the Instagram, make sure you leave in the comments, hey, I followed you, and leave your handle, because somebody told me, hey, I followed you, and they didn't leave the handles. So I don't want to ask the handle, say, hey, I followed you, this is my Instagram. So when I see it, because I got notifications and all that, I can either type it in if I missed it and give you a follow back, or at least I can recognize it when it pop up on my notifications. Anywho, as y'all know how we do, man, we're gonna go ahead and update this. And obviously you've seen the thumbnail and what we're gonna be diving into today. Today's topic: women hunt, men fish. This is gonna be a really, really dope topic, man. I kind of touched on this a little bit in some of my previous shows, and I gotta give credit where credit is due. This is not my thinking. This is a theory from Dr. Orion Terabin, which, I always give credit where credit is due. He is a psychologist and a relationship therapist, and has a really, really good book called The Value of Others. I recommend you read it. It will definitely help you if you're struggling in the relationship space. It doesn't matter if it's dating, if you're married, if you get in a situationship, if you just, you got a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, same sex, doesn't matter. It talks about all of those things, and very interesting and very interesting read. And it's all based and rooted in statistics mostly. Obviously everything's going to be opinionated to a certain degree, but like I said, a lot of the things I try to lead with, even in my own show, my own research, and in my own studies, is rooted in fact, to where I can point somewhere to where I got the information from, and I'm sharing that information with you. So hopefully we all on the same page, and then we come together and we can have this very intellectual conversation about wealth and growth and all that fine jazz. All right, it is summertime, but I like to wear my good. By the way, this is also PLP. It's not just a brown hoodie. This is PLP, of course. Go check out plpapparel.net. Once again, that's plpapparel.net. If you want to support the show, you can also go to thejahmadshow.com But popapparel.net is promote love and positivity, and it's another way to help generate, and also not only just generate funds to continue to do the show, but also spread a dope message at the end of the day. And that's what we all about over here. But also, I got to give a shameless plug to the JahmadShow.com as well. Make sure you go to JahmadShow.com. That's just a dope site. I mean, it's just a dope site. You got all the merch there. You got all the podcasts there. It's an easy way to keep up with the show, newsletters, whatever. Anything I got going on, you go to JahmadShow.com. Once again, another great way to support the show. Got a love, peace, merch, this, that, and the third. Once again, one-man band. If you want to collab as well, I'm throwing all my plugs out before we get into it. If you want to collab, you can go to collab@thejahmadshow.com. That's collab@thejahmadshow.com. Or you can go to the contact tab and then just leave some information where I can contact what you contacted me about. You know, you want to come on the show, or you got a topic, or you want some advice on the podcast, anything. All that information is there. Okay. I'm done shaming my giving my shameless plugs. Let me take a sip of my mushroom coffee, which I need a sponsorship too, by the way. This could have been your segment right here. Second cup already. So, anyway, we're going to break it back on the screen. Today's topic, once again, is women hunt, men fish. And like I said before, this is not my theory. This is a Dr. Orion Terabin's theory, but I thought it was very interesting. And let's talk about the idea of what hunting and fishing is to begin with. I think we both know, right? They're both ways to, for lack of a better word, go after prey in the wildlife, right? So either you are a hunter or you're a fisher. Hunter, fisher, gatherer is what they used to be called in the tribal days, right? So the difference, obviously, is hunters are typically going to be the more aggressor. That's the aggressor, the aggression, right? Which are typically men. Men are typically considered the hunters, right? You consider men the hunters, women the prey, right? The women usually sit over, and the man is like, I want her. Let me see how I can get her. So of course, women, go out to a bar, they go out in public, whatever. They getting hollered at, catcalled. Probably not the best approach, but it's an approach nonetheless, right? So of course, yeah, it's gonna be that's one of the ways that you can technically hunt. If you smooth with it, then you can you might have the gift of gab, or you can cold approach. Say something, might be funny, got an attractive vibe to you, all that good jazz. Still could be a solid no, because you don't really know where that woman stand. You don't really know. You don't know shit. Like, you walking on this random woman, you don't know how her day was. You don't know if she got a man, if she going through some shit, if something could have happened within her family. You know what I'm saying? She could just be on this whole celibate journey. She could have just left from getting her back blown out. You have no idea. But yet and still, you see her, you want her, you go up and approach her, and you say, so I'm gonna shoot my shot. I got to get this, because you see, round butt, big breast, all that. Great. I get it. Trust me. I just made a show last night called Temptations. Trust me, my boy. I'm with you. I get it. I understand completely why men would do that. Of course. You want what you want. You want to get what you like what you like, as so to speak. So do I. But there's a downfall with that hunting approach. More likely than not, you probably gonna end up failing more often than you succeed. Just is what it is. And it's deeply rooted in not just because you're not an attractive man or you ain't got no money. She don't know none of that. All she know is she was minding her business, and this random dude came up and tried to shoot her shot. You ain't know how her mind could be looking at, okay, I gotta do this, and then I gotta go pick my kids up, and then I gotta go do it. And next thing you come on to, hey, how you doing, beautiful? Like, bro, what you doing? Bro, I got shit to do, man. Leave me alone. You see what I'm saying? So the success rate there is probably lower than average. I don't care who you are. With taking that random cold approach. And Here's the thing. Let me just go on a rant real quick. I have a problem with a lot of that. You do what you want to do, but my point is, there's a lot of influencer men out there who give game, and they have these, especially on YouTube, these YouTube, TikTok, whatever reels, where they show these men randomly going up to these women, and how a lot of men preference this is like getting over your fear of rejection. Getting over your fear of rejection. You should get over your fear of rejection. And you go up and approach all of these random women, attractive women, shooting your shot, trying to come up with something clever to get their number or get their IG. And men are looking like, oh man, I wish I could do that. Just go up there and say what I want to say. Listen, what those guys are not showing you, that's curated. It may be truth and rooted in reality, right? But they're not showing you the failures. I've seen a few guys actually show the failures. Like, it's a numbers game for real when you're taking that approach. You throwing shit against the wall. Once again, it does have a lot to do with your attractiveness, number one. But attractiveness aside, confidence aside, money aside, anything that would allude to that. If you are cold approaching, you're still not taking into account who you're approaching. She could be crazy. Like I said, she could be out there, like, let's say you approaching her at the beach or something. She relaxing. Her man they could be on vacation. Her man could be up in the hotel or whatever. And you going down trying to holler at her because she laying on the beach looking good. Hey, this ain't the time or place, boy. My man is right up there. What you doing? Like, now you looking like the creep or the dude that's like, you know what I'm saying, in front of everybody. No, I'm good. You're like, oh. My point is this. You don't want to be in that situation. Men, fellas, still on the hunting phase. Get out of the mindset of rejection. Getting over the fear of rejection is a necessity. The approach you should be taking is not even being in the position to be rejected. Let me say that again. The approach you should be taking as a man is to be in this situation when you're not getting rejected. And in order to put yourself in that situation, you should take the fishing approach, not the hunting approach. And what I mean by fishing approach is being him. Be him. So what do fishermen do? They throw they reel out there, they throw their cast out, the bait drop in the water, and the fish come to the bait. Then you just reel them in. You ain't got to go out there as, hey, I saw you over there, say, hey, listen, trying to come up with something clever. You just got to be the bait. Once again, I just talked about this, and I'm going to continue. Go look at this show about why women want sex. Your sense of smell. Right now, I smell fantastic. Seriously. Your sense of smell, that's the bait. You ain't have to go look for it. She found you. You walked in smelling good, looking good, being that confident. Walk right past her. All the other men trying to garnish for her attention. You not even paying no attention. You just going straight. You go straight to the bar, for example. Order your drink confidently. Turn around. Surveying the room. Next thing you know, women popping up. Where y'all came from? Be the bait. Be the bait. Then reel them in. Am I giving too much game too early? Man, you could be the bait online. You could be the bait in public. I don't know if y'all know, man. Y'all follow King 68 the Great? I think his name is. It rhymes, so I think that's what it is. King the Great 68, something like that. Anyways, he's been going viral. You might have seen him, real tall dude, and exactly what I'm describing. He's the bait. You don't really see him going out of his way. He just standing there. Now, I know not all men can do that, but my point is the way you carry yourself will attract women to you, the right women, and that way your success rate goes up. It's even higher because you're not worried about rejection. She already chose. You see what I'm saying? Take him for example. He's standing outside the club, minding his business. Right, he's doing it for social media, but still, he knows what's gonna go on. It happens all the time, off camera, on camera, don't matter. It's probably crazy off camera, to be honest with you. Women come up like, "Hey, I saw it," whatever they say. He's the bait. He ain't have to do nothing. He not going up shooting his shot at every single woman that come by. He don't got to do that. He's standing there. Everything about him exudes confidence, aura, something about mysteriousness. Something about him women won't. Be him. Not him, but you know what I'm saying. Be that. Be the guy that women want. Be the man that women are attracted to. Be the bait. Take the fishing approach. The hunter approach is cool. I'm not saying completely alienate that. I do. Most of the time, every blue moon, I see something I like. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna say something. But like, that's few and far between. And it's only because I've had so much level of success. But I understand, even if I do that I'm walking into unknown territory. This woman hadn't given me no, hey, it's cool to approach you. She didn't put herself in position, which I'm getting at. She didn't give me no cues to say it's okay. I want you. Women will make it very, very obvious they want you, bro. You don't have to do all that. And then they give you a realistic understanding of what your sexual marketplace value actually is. Like you won't have to guess. You'll see, oh, okay. You know, little thick one want me in the corner. All right, little crackhead one, she want me too. That ain't really my speed. I must not be that attractive. But at least you get the feedback, healthy feedback, not going up to being delusional, going up to the finest woman in the club trying to shoot your shot, bro. She don't want you. You tripping. And she don't know you. You might have a bunch of money. All you gonna do is end up getting used, bro. You don't want that. You don't want that. Thought I put my phone on do not disturb. Somehow my cousin broke through it. Anyway, that's the approach I would say as a man you should take, right? Put yourself in the best position to win. And the way you do that is, once again, reiterating, this is why I take this approach with this show, is you put the effort into who you are. You grow, you learn, you educate, and it takes time, dog. Like, be patient with the process. It's going to take time. You get your money right. You go out there and you experience life. You work on yourself. You work on the things that you can't control. Self-groom yourself. Make sure you smell good. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got your fashion right. You know what I mean? Make sure you got your talk game right. Your confidence. Maybe you're well-traveled. Maybe you know what I'm saying? Just put yourself out there and constantly critique it, spin it, flip it. And you'll get better over time as long as you're trying to. And then you'll get to a space where you're like, okay, I become this man that I know I'm going to continue to get better, but I'm in a space now where I'm like in prime time and it's only going to elevate from here. Now I can go out and I can see what I can really go get. Now let's shift gears real quick to women. I'm not sure it's going to be so long and drawn out, but when I say women should be the hunters, women should take the approach of the hunting, even though obviously women are typically considered the bait. I think a lot of women should actually change their approach, because a lot of women say they want a certain type of man. Number one, I will also say, I said it before on one of my other shows, if you are an attractive woman and you want a certain type of man, be realistic with yourself and realize, okay, if I want this type of man, I have to be the type of woman that this man wants. And I don't mean create a facade. I mean also working on yourself. I mean becoming that type of woman and being realistic with where you at for real. Be transparent, be honest. A lot of those qualities, if you don't already have them, men really, really appreciate. And sometimes you got to go to the drawing board too, especially if you've already had experience out here in the dating world. Now, a lot of women know this, and a lot of women will use manipulation to get that type of man, but they can't keep that type of man. And that's a whole nother discussion. But my point of saying why women should hunt is women should put themselves in position. And a lot of women do this. A lot of women understand this game. And that's why men should pick up on it. That's why you should be fishermen. A lot of women will actually take the hunting approach. And what they do is, instead of being so aggressive, which some women are, some women are straight up and down. They come approach you, send you a drink. I've had all that shit happen. Sent me a damn drink. What the hell? But some women will put themselves in position, put themselves around you, so they can be noticed. And as a man, you need to be able to pick up on these cues, because some men are so oblivious to what's going on. They look right past. They can't even pick, like, bruh, she been staring at you for 30 minutes. You ain't seen that? That's the one you should be approaching with confidence. You can say anything at that point. Hey, why you keep looking at me like that? It don't even matter. She done already gave you the okay. I'm pretty sure I turned my do not disturb on. Let me make. Yeah, I got my. He must have called through that. You feel what I'm saying? Once again, I think women are very, very clever when it comes to this dating thing. There's still a little bit of delusion, sometimes misconception, misalignment, misinformation. But a lot of women do understand, like, yo, all I got to do is, if I want him specifically, all I got to do is put myself in position. And hopefully he'll notice you and then approach you. But what happens, fellas, what happens is this, and this is going back to the fellas. You start to see, okay, she want me, she want me, she want me. Now that's a much more confident way to look at life, to look at dating. Instead of looking at the whole club and say, all right, it's 100 women in here, which one want me? All right, it's 4 women in here that really want me. Out of the 4, which one am I going to go for? I'm going to go for all 4. Which one? Now you start to see success consistently. All the women don't have to want you. You don't even, like, get out of that mindset. I got, it's 100, man, with like 200 girls in it. 200, you focus on it too much. Have you seen like the 4 or 5 that actually want you? How many numbers do you really need when you leave? You really need 1, maybe 2. You get any more than that, bro, you winning. Just to add to the level of this too, when you go out, if you go out, don't always expect numbers. That's how I move, at least. But I'm just sharing how I move. Maybe it could be helpful for you. I don't always expect anything. I don't expect anything, actually. And I take that approach because if I go out, let's say it's a slow night, there's not that many women in there. I'm not like, all right, with the women that's in here, who can I get? And a lot of guys had that approach too, like, bro, take the approach of fishing. If there's nobody biting the bait, go home. It's probably best. Ain't nobody in, because what you're going to end up doing is taking a hunting approach and end up hurting your confidence, hurting your self-esteem, telling yourself, I got to get over fear of rejection, when you know good and well that woman that you approached either was out of your league or somebody that you felt was way beneath where you at, and you still got rejected. So now you're like, dang, man, I'm not him. You are, but you read the room wrong. You ain't him to her. You got to understand the position that you in. You need to read the room. That's all this is about. Reading the room, understanding your sexual marketplace value, and being realistic with what that entails and what that holds. I'm just over here peeking at the channel. That's gonna help you in the long term, man. That's gonna help you in life. That's gonna help you in this dating space, both men and women alike, is understanding psychology of people. And I didn't really go super deep, but I think there's a very, very interesting take on it, and hopefully some men pick up on that, man. Stop. Do what you want to do, but don't always feel like the cold approach, going to go get the baddie that you see walking down the beach with a booty out, that if you miss up on that, then yeah, you ain't worth nothing. Hey, man, that ain't the end all be all, man. I honestly I'll tell men, look, throw your reel out there, throw your line out there, see what bite, if anything, and then reassess. If you ain't like what bit, throw the fish back, go better yourself, get some better bait, become some better bait, and then throw your reel back out there and see what happens. That's all I got, man. Straight to the point. Women should hunt and men should fish. As always, man, I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to another great episode. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Of course, you know this goes a long way with the idea of the show and what helps and how we grow and how we build. I need you. You need me. We need each other. We are here together, my friends. Seriously, like, comment, share, subscribe. This really helps the channel. Like I said, if you're coming from any other standpoint, make sure you go and leave a comment. Say, hey, Rakif, I came from this area, and give me your handle. Give me your handle. I'll give you a follow back, whether it be on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. And we'll make sure we run it up. Stay in tune. You see all the clips and whatnot. And it's easier to share those little small clips as well. And also easier to like, hey, what you think about this? I've been dealing with this, and I could use a man's feedback on maybe the situation I'm going through. Let's just talk. Let's just have these conversations and put ourselves in better situations. You know what I mean? And I'm not I don't bite hard. No. Go follow the Instagram, man. Tap in with me, rakifjahmad, right there. We going up, man. We going up. The goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. I need y'all help to go ahead and get there and get this damn thing monetized so we can stop playing. Right? People need this game. People need to talk about that. I want to be on some more shows. Let's run it up, dog. They need a real one out there. Duval County, shout out to you. Duval County, stand up. Jacksonville, Florida, you already know what time it is. All the way out here in Sacramento, California, man. Look, I'm loving everything that's happening right now. I appreciate every last one of y'all. Trust me, I would not be able to do it without you. Of course, once again, check out the plpapparel.net. plpapparel.net. It's unisex, so you can go in there and buy whatever you want to buy. Make sure I get this on the screen so you can see plpapparel.net. That's an easy way for you to support the show if you want to support the show. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I don't think I need to tell you that none of this shit is cheap, but I believe in it. I'm doing it for the money, but I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I love it. But, you know, this will help support the show and help me continue to grow and build and things of that nature. So really, really easy way. Plus, you get something dope out of it that means something dope. PLP stands for Promote Love and Positivity. And I think the more that we wear this and the more that we become this, the easier that we can change our society and change our community, one step at a time and wear something that represents what we're trying to do. So that's the idea behind PLP Apparel. Of course, you can also follow the show at thejahmadshow.com. You got all of the podcasts there, the whole playlist, from everything that you can imagine, to mugs, to hats, to hoodies, to t-shirts. Even if, it's another way to support the show as well. Newsletters. Also, you can contact me there. You got some show ideas, you want to collab, you want to know some information about the podcast, any of that. That's another way you can contact me. If you go to the contact tab, shoot me a little message. It will come directly to me. All right, that's all I got. I don't know what the hell y'all got going on the rest of the day, but I appreciate y'all tapping in with me today. Whether it be live or in the rebroadcast of the show, it's much, much appreciated, man. This goes a long way. And I'm loving this. I appreciate y'all. And you know the deal. Until next time, love. Peace.